What's up, folks? How's it going today? Let's pop up chat. Going well. How about you, brother? Hello, Stan. Hello, MBEware. Hello, Dmitry. That's a good thing to do with your day, Stan. I do agree. More shenanigans. Okay. Let's try to do something, okay? Let's try to do something productive today. I mean, gonna be honest, MBEware, you're productive as shit. My boy is out here big braining it, okay? We're going to address that. And that's great. I love you, MBEware, okay? I love you a lot. Thank you for the offer, by the way. So, 10-minute Discord meme segment. No, okay? Today, I might be sleepy, so I want to get... Like, I have a list so huge, that I need to go through. So, I'll just do it, okay? I'll just get through it, and we'll see where we go. And maybe at the end, okay? Maybe we'll get to the memes. But for now, let's stay safely on track, okay? That's exactly what I thought you would say, MB. That's exactly what I thought. All right, so let's get started. And the starting point today will be Git. Who would have known? All right. Based. Well, not based, the sick part, but based still. Being productive, doing something else than working. So, the first thing is you've made a pull request or a push or whatever it is, okay? And I'm all in for it. Holy shit, there's an explanation. I only saw the individual parts, but not the explanation. I'll read it. But yes, absolutely. You can always push, pull, violate my code. I'm all in for it. So set up MySQL, install.md, and Dockerfile. These can be merged without worries. Fixes and improvement, and only I worked on them. Install.md. Updated and fixed a bunch of things, mostly paths and names. Docker doesn't like uppercase. Oh, shit. I added uppercase everywhere. The Docker command run KernelInfo parser is more complex. By the way, 6 GB isn't enough, 12 is. I'll try to find a real number because not everyone has that much RAM laying around. Fair. But for now, it's no big issue because we're going to, like, fluctuate through this, right? Dockerfile, path, and added a security vulnerability. Since we do a git clone from the internet and execute something from that repo, or Docker can't be considered as safe. Git and Docker didn't like that, so I had to allow it explicitly. Alright, fair. Okay, drop table.sql. When testing at one point, I had to delete tables that had been created, and KernelInfo parser was trying to create them again. Ideally, we need to have empty tables. We should do if exists table drop before creating tables. Well, we already have a function for that, so we're going to have a look because maybe it fails. It is if. Okay, maybe I just... Oh, maybe we should do as it is if it exists. Table drop before. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I understand everything, okay? That's the important part. If my brain don't process, it's okay. Well, no, if the verbal part doesn't process, everything else did, so it's good. Set up mysql.sh, I remove all multi-OS support, I splitted the user creation from the database creation to do put SQL to create user and database in an external file so people can easily run them independently from the setup script. That's an idea. Main.py. Nested string. Many nested string existed in the code. I changed them to use single quote for the top level, so it would not change the character sent to the DB or other tool. Oh, that's why. Okay, I get it. So whenever we have nested string, single quote on the outside. That's okay. That's good. Well, on the top level. The use of rank as a column name, yes, you change it to ranking. Rank is reserved word in MySQL, didn't know, and SQL in general. I changed it to ranking. Everywhere else in source, it seems to work, but I haven't exactly looked out save information in the DB and mapped the column name to class attribute. Oh, I can explain that. It's very simple. Like, I made it retardedly simple. I hope I understood what was written, but anyway, we'll talk about it. Who cares? Connection to the database. I've added the check to see if we were in Docker or not. Real solution is to have an environment variable and a config file for that sort of stuff. True. Yes, we need a config file that we read and we then execute a bunch of shit. I agree. Like, we cannot just have magical variable at the top or magical constant. White space and no changes. Yeah, I know. Next time those will be 3 district changes, but there's no white. I don't get the fourth one. It may be a meme, okay, but I don't get it. Yeah, I know next time those will be 3 distinct changes and there will be no white space / useless change. Sorry. Okay, there's some change to some file just because of white space. I think I get what you mean. All right, so Docker file, that's your realm. The drop thingy, okay. We should just add a drop command to the py because it would be simple to implement. And yeah, anyway. Alright, so that all makes sense. That's your realm. Okay, that's what you're talking about. I get it, I get it. Okay. True. It wasn't causing problem, but I bet that under some editor it might. Like, it might just not display correctly. Because or else like, it doesn't change much, but nested code was causing issue with my version of Python. Oh, okay. That sounds boring, Stan, but that's just me. Okay, so we change host to MySQL host. Is this a variable that you put at the top? Or is this just a magic thing? Oh, it's right there. Lol. Oh, okay, got it. Oh, wow, that's so bright. Alright. I'm in. That's handsome. Alright. I love it. Alright. Yeah, we still have our magic variable. We'll fix that in time. Now we've got our single double quote thing. Oh, I thought that F string could only be applied to double quotes. But I guess it's not the case if it works on your end. I love mutexes. Based. Again, quote. Okay, quote. Oh man, you must have had so many errors with your version of Python. For you. Quote. And it's okay if you bundle things up, or we're two retards working on this, okay? It's not the end of time. So the change in name. I would like to see how it was really violent. Because on my system, of course, it wasn't. But, like, I'll go see what I put before for emergency exit. Okay, that's a change in the name. Change in the name. Alright, and that's your setup. Alright. It closes the Docker container. I couldn't see the error message. Weird. First of all, oh. Finish your review. Looks good to me. Approve. Submit feedback. Approve merging these change. Yep, we're in. You can also merge with this command line. Oh, okay, so I reviewed, and now I need to merge pull request. Green button is good. Indeed, I follow the green button. Okay. So now... Okay, so it is merge. And even if it says 1... It's just because the interface is fucked. Right, okay. Okay. Is there a way that I can give you the authority to like have a merge going? Because honestly, for all of the other files, but main, you can go ham, alright? To your repo. Let's go ahead and do that. Sorry, I was typing in the password and I don't want to F any collaborators. That sounds like we're like Nazis or something. Based. Who would have known that it fits your name that much? Oh, no, I'm just telling it to you, right? But, it fits your name so much. But I love it. Okay. No, I'm just telling you, if you touch main, like, tell me on Discord, because I might not see it, and I just don't want us to, like, make a bunch of change, like, over one another. Yeah, I just dox his ass. That wasn't the goal, my friend, but I'm sure that you'll live with it. Okay. Alright. Okay, now I need to find how to stop laughing about it. Because I am a dumb fuck. Alright. I'll just pull this. So KernelInfo parser, and I should do git full. I think I got it. Great. Okay. Let's just copy the new main to wherever I used to parse this. I don't doubt it, but it's just so dumb that like the whoopsie doozy docs. Anyway, stand like concerned in the corner. When I want to be anonymous, I know how to. I feel the same way, my friend. All right. So yeah, whenever you edit anything related to the tables, like I try to keep it as much as possible. Like you only have to edit the declaration here and wherever it's supposed to be used inside of the parser. But at the very top, like, well, pretty much here upwards, okay? It's not supposed to have anything related to a table name. We're still there, my friend. We're just setting up a Git and we're getting some shit done. We're also going to probably do some research for the new kernel vid that is going to come up someday. But yeah, we're going forward with this. So before line 1500 no table. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? Well, I say it's before def file processing. So before that, I try to keep it to 0. There might be like some exception in the GP. I should just like do this instead. All right, because GP has like a good idea of what we're running. So like here we have him include. We have some example there. Yes, okay, yeah. So this new function that is not being used still. Maybe there is literally no. Okay, there is one. So here we have that part. I should probably... Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do, right? Because GP is there to try to handle like all of my tables. Like I have class table somewhere, I hope. Right. And GP is just there to handle this. But yeah, maybe we'll get to remove all of this somehow and replace it by... you had an idea, MB. It was like a C implementation of not SQL, but a small version of SQL. You know what I mean, okay? So maybe we could remove all of this by that. SQLite, thank you. So, yeah, maybe... Because this is technically just a very optimized thing. Like, it works for us. I don't know if SQLite would be faster, because there is an inherent cost to making C calls. But... well, like, the complexity will go up, and the big issue that we'll have is that like, when storing things in Python, things are just way too heavy for nothing. And SQLite, like, won't have this issue. So that's something that we'll need to think about. Maybe I'll just strip all of this out in the future. But for now, it works, right? For now, it does a basic handling of things, and it should get us to... at least till the end of the parser, right? It's going to be in the optimization that we'll think about it. So, okay. The thing that I wanted to check before going forward was, first of all, the shutdown. Oh, what? But you changed it. Why didn't it update? Do we need to do more than git pull? Wait a second. Oh, it should have been fetch, maybe. I'm just confused. I'm just confused why I add your new file, but not. But like this wasn't updated. Bro, what? I'm confused here. Okay, let's close this. Oh, I got it. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I got it. It's the update thingy. It updates one way. And it's okay. It's meant for that. It's me that is being a dummy here, alright? Did I say JIT again? I meant git. It just, like, does it automatically. It's me! Alright. That sounds like a bad idea. Like searching docs while on stream. Big brain move over here. Big brain. I think it's on the desktop. Alright. So right now if I open this. Alright, okay, now I have your fixes. Okay, it makes sense now. So, alright, sysexit. Why was it gentler? I don't get it. I thought this is what I was using before. Emergency, okay. Oh, is it because I was using 0? Because 0 would have been like a specific error or something? I don't get it. And by the by, the reason why emergency shutdown is important to implement whenever we know that there's a place where it could like crash, and I try to put it at some specific places with a try, is because it does clean your shared memory. And if you don't do that, you're kind of stuck, right? It has this this specific part that clears all the versions. So 0 is inappropriate for... That's true, right? I should put 5. No. Let's go full 21. All right. So... Or well, we should have like, right? Right, that should be like an idea. Like maybe give us a little idea. Well, this should be 0. And, well, we still need emergency shutdown here, and it should be 0. Alright. 6, 7. Also, no need to return after an exit, right? Right, but the IDE will kill itself. Have some standard error code. I'm not sure I understand where you're going with this MBEware. Normally, if you want to number the error codes, you should have an error enum type. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, for now it doesn't make sense to like waste our time with this, but for now having multiple error codes is pretty good. My suggestion was to look in the header for an error ID that means something. That's my understanding, Seb. That there is no real standard for process error. In any case, let's just run it once for the small chance that we're... Oh, this just crashed. Let's just make sure that it still, like, runs. And we need to keep in mind that at the moment, we are bypassing all parts of the code, okay? 99% of things are bypassed. And, like, there's drop failed here. That's because there's already a command to clear the database at each run. Alright, let's just scroll back because we're not supposed to be that zoomed in. Never tested without a Docker. Yeah, I probably should test with a Docker. Let's just take a look first at the part that is supposed to clear the tables, right? GP drop all. So let's take a look at that. And how it works. So first of all, we start creating some text. Set foreign key check to 0 so we don't have to worry about like getting bullied by the SQL. I do it 3 times because I'm schizophrenic. This is just for printing, I guess. Oh, and to create the table. So we go through all of our table name that are stored here, right? Each table that we have, whenever we initialize them, it adds something into GP. So if we go into table, well, okay, if we go into table, whenever we initialize it, we log it into GP, and this is how GP has a clue like it's logged. Like I should have another name for it, but I mean, we'll rename a bunch of shit, all right? Let's just go back to where we were for the delete thing. For the drop thing, I meant. Yeah, drop all. So we loop through the tables that we have declared, and then we print a copy of it just to see it. And then we try 3 times to drop it. So this should technically clear the thing. The reason why you had this issue in Beware is because you changed the table, and in changing the name, it did not delete the rows of the table. Technically, at this stage, if we wanted a simple thing, we could literally kill the whole DB that we are like using and create a new one, but it would be a bit retarded. You seem to have the same output as I did, I think. The trouble with drop table is it wasn't ran when I was debugging. Yeah, it does the same thing with the column. I think. Whoa, you might be right. No, I'm a retard. You sure? Why wouldn't it drop it? Could it be a permission thing? Could it be that the user that you're creating under your script doesn't have the ability to drop a table? Because you're right, the column changing names doesn't do anything. I recently got into a rabbit hole, mostly because of the PayPal mafia, and I read about Jorving, Nitland, Argon. Stan, I think that they're not fascinated is a big word. I think that they just need to have a veneer of intellectualism, because you can only get so far, like, literally being retards, that at some point you need to feel that you're the smarter one. And that's the way that they do it, right? The way that they do it is they pick out fucking Yarvin, and they say that there's an ideology behind it. But there's no ideology, it's just like, we hate the outgroup, everybody's there to fuck us, and we like fascism, but we're just going to change its name. I might have been because of the foreign key and the order. Technically, the order that I do things is meant to protect against that, right? Because the drop table is supposed to be displayed in the same way that the tables are created. And this is true for all parts of the program, right? Whenever we add things to each table, we add them in an order that, like, the primary keys cannot get tangled. The foreign keys, I mean. Anyway, the order is strategic. Well, the truth is, Stan, the truth there is that, like, yeah, it would be cool if we could have a government, like, run by software. It would be, right? Just like communism would be cool. It just doesn't fucking work, right? I'm just going to say we're not there yet, and if ever we get there, good, but, like, we're nowhere near that, right? Like, AI is the embodiment of we're not there yet. Because AI is just there to crush the thing in a way that we understand. And up until we don't have a perfect system that, like, doesn't have to give a shit about our humanness, we won't be able to be governed by algorithms. NATO bought their system, by the way. Well, Palantir is a real company, right? They do real thing. They're not just a meme. But, like, it doesn't mean that there's not something that looks extremely bad coming out of this. But hey, I don't read a lot about Palantir. It's because I don't really care, right? I try to focus on my country for that. Any idea for Autopixia is retarded? Well, yeah, it can be. Like, there are some... Okay, there could be interesting ideas, right? There could be a lot of interesting ideas that goes into, like, what about if we have a totally capitalistic system and there is like almost no state, how could we construct a society that would still work? And you go down these ideas and you think about it, and by thinking about it, you might be able to find some alternative to like what we currently have. But like, there is a way to think about this constructively, and there's a way to think about it like a fucking retard. The way to think about it constructively is to like go down like the idea, go and try to get the good out of whatever situation you're creating in your mind, and then you get to somewhere that is, well, interesting, that can help people. But when you go there and you say, okay, I want capitalism without any government. This is what I want because I think it's utopia. Well, when you just say that, you're just a retard, right? You haven't said nothing. You're just like there saying, oh, I really like the game Borderland. I want the world to be Borderland. I like Marvel movies. I want the world to be Marvel movies. Like you're just playing doll with your mind and mental masturbating yourself into something that doesn't exist. It's just dumb. Like I said, I was debugging. I was try accept it and contribute some error to find all nested code. Okay. Fair. Did it run on your system, MB? Because if it didn't, it probably would be interesting to try. It did run. Okay. Palantir sells stuff to other countries. I know in the UK, for example, Baden, they do like police intelligence software, for example. Yeah, and like we have to also think about it. Palantir, their image that they might want is exactly the image that they have right now. Like the evil super Nazi, we have like the information of everyone we can see through walls, might be a very appealing image to a company that is selling like these type of things. So, like somewhere, you're kind of buying into the publicity. It's like if someone saw the debate opinion was like, but what if it was evil? Yeah, but that's it. Oracle exists. Well, Oracle might be a little bit evil if if they keep on investing in AI. But anyway, SAS system is more evil than Oracle, by the way. I don't know what you mean by SAS, but I'll Google it. SAS system. Statistical analysis system. Huh. Alright. Yeah, but the big scary AI I invented in my head is going to kill me if I don't suck it imaginary until it. True! Let's fear monsters that don't exist. Okay, fair. It ran in Docker. It was fun to pass the... Sure. Good. Yeah, that must be hard, right? Can Docker even, like, do that? have some shared memory that it can, like, grow to fucking 12 gig? And by the by, like my initial parser, when it goes, it's only a switch on the command line. Like, I had 16 gig before, and it wasn't enough. That's why I bought 64. So it won't run on that small memory whenever we're done. In multi-core, it doesn't. But we can restrict it, right? So it's not a big issue. We should probably have an option there where we choose the number of cores, and we're going to be able to make a calculus for how many mem per core. And most likely, a big part of it is just like purely my retardation and unoptimization. What I mean about Oracle was that Larry Edison himself, he's kind of a villain type, but IRL. Alright, that's fair. Yes, it was shared mem. Alright. Oh. My mouse decided to change sensibility somehow. But who cares? Alright. So, it still runs. Right? Right? It still runs. Like, I'm so interested. Shit, I don't know anything about Docker, okay? I'll read. I didn't break it. No, it's not about you breaking it. It's about, like, us two breaking it. Together, okay? Like big boys. Like two retards not understanding the other's work. That's what we do. We probably should add the ability to, like, have some option to it. Some args, right? And that shouldn't be that hard, right? Google Python. How to add args to your scripts. Shoop. Not the AI. Can we have like the actual real thing? No? Okay. I like when it lags. Alright. Learn Java, get a raise. Alright. That one. I like that one, okay? Alright. Is there a way without, like, importing a bunch of shit? I guess not. Alright, we'll import. I have a standard config module I was planning to demo to you later this week. I guess we'll have to find something else to contribute. Oh, well, if you're already, like, working on something, I don't want to overlap on what you're doing, brother. You're good at what you're doing, okay? So I'll find something else to do. So, wait, when you say standard config module, I didn't work on it. Oh, okay, I get it. Well, we can at least get started, and you could add to it if ever it makes sense. So it's just a module I include to all my project. Oh. Oh, but is it on your Git? Like what you already have, just so we can see and maybe implement? I'm looking on second screen, okay? What's the name? Oh, it's included under other project, but it's not like a standalone one, I guess. We'll get this shit flying. You have so much things. Alright, while you're looking at this, I'll think about code, okay? Oh, Republican Jesus. Republican Jesus. We have nothing to eat. You have your bread. Will you share? Why are you always asking for a handout? Okay. Alright, this is retarded. It's been a long time since we've tried to, like, run this shit for real, for real. So how about we run this shit for real, for real? Whoops, did I just screw something up? If I do this... Oh, I think I fucked the update part. The parsing part. You know what? I'm in. I don't get American or English accent in general. Bipartisan. What the fuck? Well, I mean, there's a place where being bipartisan makes sense, right? Like, there could be two sides to a lot of things. The issue is that when one side falls off the table and becomes a retard, you need to leave it die, right? You need to just accept and go on. I can speak English. I mean, 2 parties only. Oh. Well, look, there is a lot of arguments to be made against the multiple party, right? Because the issue that you might have... Oh man, I can point to so much things. So, like right now, the only reason why Netanyahu is in power in Israel is because he can go to some small minority, some far-right fringe group, and he can say to them, I will be the one that will fuck these Palestinians, okay? I'll be more radical. And he can go to the right and he can sway. And this is possible because there is so much parties that there is a party of just fuck the minorities, right? Well, the minorities would be the Palestinian, right? So that's the issue when you have too much parties and too much, like, no, like, 2 parties, but just a shitload of them, is that you end up with these, like, pinpointed, we only do this. Like, we have a green party that's just there for green, or we have Netanyahu when he found out he's a minority. He glocks his ass. But, like, we need to, like, whenever we think about the flaws of a system, we need to think about how changing the system might bring new flaws. And there is a lot of flaws to having a multi-system, and there is a lot of flaws to having 2 parties. Like, I like the idea of having, like... I like the Canadian system, okay? I like the Canadian system a lot. Because we have the multiple parties, but it's still really freaking hard to be a party. It's still really hard to elect somebody who's not, like, part of a party. So, it's not like Israel or like a bunch of other countries where there's, like, a party for your explicit little issue, and you can vote truly just on one thing because you're a retard, right? Like, I feel like it's... Maybe it's just, like, me being too Canadian, but I feel that it's so retarded when you vote on only one issue, and you put, like, everybody else... Like... Okay. Again... If there's anything positive that has came from the Holocaust, is because it's so freaking bad that you can just point to it and all the arguments become simple. Holy. Just think about somebody, let's say there's an election, okay? And you have the choice between Hitler and somebody else. How... Like, if you're in a multi-party thing, you can just say, oh, I'm voting for the earth to be greener, so I'm voting for the Green Party. While Hitler has 30% of the vote and he's about to, like, gas some Jews, right? Anyway, there's just some ways that people vote that I don't get, and I feel that this multi-party thing plays into that. So that's why that triggers me. I hope that it was good wording, and that I did not just glaze Hitler and say that he did something good. Alright, well, the shit still works. It works. And it's pretty fast. We've just inserted, like, a freaking million rows in what, like, 2 minutes? Pretty based. So, we're not retarded. It still works. Yippee! Alright, thank you. I like how YouTube is always trigger happy as shit. It's like, I click on something and it's like, do you want to kill this person? Alright, alright. I want to kill anybody, bro. Where is it? Where is it? Load config. Load underscore. Shit, I have a bunch of things to see. Okay. In service UI web server. Service UI web server. Load config. Load. Shit. Config. Okay, that's the thing. We do HFT style stuff for work. Thank you, Seb. Go fuck yourself. I know, okay? I know that you do big balls things, okay? But I'm a retard with Python, okay? I'm your standard run-of-the-mill high school graduate, okay? Give me a chance. During the first fucky free election... I like that way of saying it. Fucky free election in Poland after communism fell. We had 1% threshold to get in. Thanks to that, the Polish beer lover party got in. There were 28 parties in the parliament back then. Fully free. Okay. But you see how, like, that might be an issue? Like, if we go back to my Holocaust example, you have the choice between stopping the Holocaust or beer, right? Because you know that the bad people are not going to give a shit. They're going to go as far as it needs to be to fuck your country up and to kill some people. So... okay. It's not the latest version. The latest one, fine. The standard config. Of course, now there is a 5% threshold and we have like 6 parties. Okay, that's probably comparable to Canada, but the distribution is probably different. It's simple to find the right place, but almost nobody do, and config file are all over the place. Okay, I get it. So you have your own, like, way of doing config files. It seems I updated the app in prod. I have to get that source code updated. Okay, do that part, and that's all good. But if I understood correctly, those config are like with a config file. So they, if we implement the arguments, right? If we implement like having this dash h like display help, it won't like overlap with that, right? I just don't want to fuck what you all have already done, even if it's not related to this. Do your thing, alright? I'll work around. Alright. Let's just implement some basic things. Where the fuck was I and what did I want to do? Brain! Alright, that's what I wanted. Oh no, but it's going to be the retarded thing where I want the dash and get ups. Okay, that might be it. I don't know the level of energy I'll have later. I don't want to promise anything. Oh, I get it. It's okay, like I said, your help is appreciated, but it's never expected. The vote percentage in the 2023 parliament election was 35, 30, 40... Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, the having like a shitload of parties that want to kill themselves that just group up. No, I ain't in. Okay, that looks cool. Like arg parse. Add argument. Okay. Arg output. Okay, but how does it know that output goes there? I need to focus for 5 seconds. But bro, that's kind of retarded. Defines an option, short form and long form output. Okay, so it knows because it parses this. Okay. Alright. Okay. Vote percentage, blah, blah. I mean, still, first two are... Okay. Yes, and that's... Stan, you know that that's kind of good, right? We should have political parties that rule for very long times. Right? Because when you have big parties that rule for a long time, normally they know how things are done, and normally they're able to better govern. Right? That's just a thing. If you bring in the new retards every time, you'll end up with like way less things done because they don't know how to do it. All right, I'll use this. This looks pretty cute. All right. May I get some sample for... Oh, that's cute. Whoops. Arg parse. Okay, it's the same thing that I'm using, right? Arg parse. Thank you. Okay. Let's see where the fuck this is used. Oh, thank you. Oh. Sub parser. bro. it's even more complicated than I thought. All right, I'll start easy. This is too far for me. Okay, I'll copy these example, and okay, if you want to build onto it, do it. Do it. Where should I put this? Should put it in my main, right? Main! Where are you? Or well, I should make a like a specific thing for it. It generate the usage automatically, so it's easy to have a command and flag with a subcommand and flag. My brain doesn't adapt, okay? It doesn't know, doesn't understand. So for now, I'll just shove it all here, okay? No, it's not that you're not clear. Like, I looked at your code, I know that it was good, and I couldn't process. So it's me, okay? It's me, okay? It's not you. The beat. All right. I'm just going to like go very simply here, and you'll be able to unfuck it if you want. Like I said, if you want. All right, I fit your indentation, retard. Okay, so let's just like have a dash help. Help. Oh, okay, this is a true value thing. No. Oh, it doesn't matter. All right. Oh, I'm using this wrong. Because I don't need to parse. Or do I? It's not the best code either. Giant wall of text and main function. Nah, you're good. You're good. Okay, I'll just try to get a sense of it. Like, this shouldn't be here. This should be help. Message. And this should be the emergency shutdown. Toop toop. Okay, I just want to test that. So if I run that without the H, I should have nothing. Okay, kill me. Traceback, blah blah blah, conflicting with the option string. Okay, so this is a special one. All right. So I guess... What? So I guess this is like default? Question mark, question mark? I love it! Bro, confusion is through the roof. Okay. Arg parse, argument error. Argument, conflicting with option string. How so, bitch? All right, so I'll ignore help and I'll do dash capital D. Tapple. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do dash dash drop. Oh, okay, I get it, I get it. Sorry, I get it. All right, I'm good. Okay. Okay, so if we run this, it does nothing, right? I should still have a DB. Do I still have a DB? We still have a DB. But if I run this... Fuck. Okay. Why? Is there one argument? Is it because I did add argument and I should do add something else? Probably it, right? So if I do parser dot... Oh, it would be add action. I think I get it. Nope. No. What can I add? Okay, I'll need to read. Oh, and I'm a retard. Why did I check? I did not even implement anything. Give me a moment, okay? I'll read some docs. Bro, I need this to be full. Yeah, how do I disable that? Okay, let's... Mm-hmm. Okay, so I could just do default? Wait, I'm not reading this correctly. I'll read it, okay? As you have it, the argument W is expecting a value after the dash W on the command line. If you are just looking to flip a switch by setting the variable true or false, have a look here, specifically as stored true or store false. What do we mean by here? Action. Add argument. Action store const. Const. Oh. Okay. Okay. So I should do store true. I don't understand why, like, he switched it around or something. Like, this did not make any sense to me, but like I should do this. And then I would be able to check if this is valid. And here we would have drop message. Right? Object has no attribute. Oh shit. Add argument. Oh. Okay. Oh, wait. Whoops. Oh. Does it break if I add some shit afterward? Oh. Feel like a fucking retard. Oh. Okay. So we could do like this and do an emergency shutdown afterward. Just so we don't like kill anything. All right. Oh, MB just yelling. All right, indeed I am on the right path. We're doing it. All right, indeed. It works. Okay. So we can do this like for a couple of useful things, right? We could do a similar thing for like creating the tables. Can it take like complex things? Shit. We'll change it, okay? We'll change it if it's dumb. Right, so this should be a valid thing. So now we should be able to do this. And then based on this... Oh, okay. I get it now. We should be able to use whatever command we normally do to generate the tables. Version and file we want to check. Debug mode. Oh, okay, so you mean that you we could have a setup where it displays more? Yeah. Okay. I get it. Let's just do this little thing. So I feel good about myself. I put it all in initialize DB for a reason, okay? It is. Simple shit. Now, how do we handle, like, dash? We don't. We need to do this, I guess. Oh, it probably already, like, slower case it's. At least that's how I would do it. What do we think? What do we think? Oh. Oh, it works. Okay. That was fun. That was fun. Okay. Instead of always printing everything, we could have a logger module and have all liquid set bug param. That's true. That's true. Yeah, we should have multiple prints. Like a debug option for prints. Yeah. That's a thing that I'll need to do. It's just that I don't know how much it's useful right now because we're printing a bunch of useless shit. And it's, like, done for no reason other than me being retarded. Like, these are legitimate errors that we might want to know. There's other places where it's like, bro, you're just dumb. You're big dumb. Alright. What else might we want right now that I could do easily? I shouldn't do this for now. We already have it. It's good. So, yeah. Okay. No, you know what? we need another one, okay? We need another one. Like this sounds like an idea. Supposedly in Polish, there's a debugging technique called asDebugger. Just print as1, as2, as3, and that's how you check where you crash. That's what I do too. I absolutely do that. Like you just print fuck1, fuck2. And you're just trying to survive. That's like a higher level, like giga suicide inducing way of doing things. All right. We should probably have a subsystem that does all of that, but for now it will be at least simple. Yeah, you add a MBE print. Like, if you want to put it in, I'm all in for it. Like, for now, I'm just seeing if I can get my basics into it. And we don't even need these part. Well, maybe. Oh, not now. These we need to. Alright. And before this... Oh no, we've got our emergency shutdown cleaning everything up. So right now, I could do this. Table has no attribute name tuple, but it has retard. Sure. With the line numbers auto-generated. Ooh, that's cool. So we know what line printed the strange value. That's indeed very cool. Stan. Alright, that's kind of cool. Okay, so I probably have not handled... brain, where am I? Okay. So I need to do these part, or else it kill itself. And because I do this, I need to do this as well. Okay. Okay, it's all good. We need the DB, I get it. Bro, that's cool. Alright, well that's way too cool. Okay, so that means that we don't even have to, like, kill the rest of the system for us to work. Oh man, that's cool. I'm very happy. I'm very happy about it. Very happy. So if we do this, this works too, right? And then let's just not do it. Does it run as it should, or because we have no default it does it? Oh no, it ran as it should. Alright. Alright, that's pretty cool. Alright. That was worth the detour. Okay, let's just delete that. Do we have any other, like, emergency shutdown hidden somewhere that they shouldn't? Like, this part can be deleted now. I'll still hide these somewhere. And by somewhere, I mean here. So now the main part run. Cool. What we are doing now is what should be called vibe coding. Yes. This is what vibe coding should do. Just like, yeah, that feels good. Yeah. I'm peak vibing right now, okay? I'm vibing real hard. So. I'm so happy that it works. Sorry, I need to celebrate, okay? I'm happy to see these things being displayed again. I'm happy to see that we are going to use some dashes instead of, like, Giga Mastermind breaking the shit. Cool, relax, trying and learning. No stress programming. Yes. Yes. I just want to be sure. It did work, right? I don't know why there's some... Oh, it's because of the functions. Alright, I get it. Makes sense. Hey, didn't you say that you had a hard time with red? Like, this shit needs to be readable, okay? How about we go with another color that actually works. Like blue most likely would work, right? Colorblind, red. Okay. Okay. We'll just like set up red as something else. Who cares? So it's called NC code. Orange would be okay too. Oh, true. That would allow me to leave the default. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, okay, so color 4 would have been good. What is color 4 in this system? I like when things are universal, that's why I'm messing around right now. But if not, I'll just change the display on my screen. Oh, that works. Does that work for you? Excellent. Good. It is good for non-colorblind too. So we are winning, okay? We are winning this. All right. Way more readable. Happy about it. Happy about it. So we should... Yeah, it's okay if I call it red. Who gives a shit? It's our kingdom. All right. So that's good. That's good. What else might I want right now? What else might I vibe? Like, we already have a basis for, a base for having, like, scalable printing. Like you said, having a value that we could check up and down. That would be good. And we will need, sooner or later, a custom path for Linux. It's probably very easy to implement, I just don't want to think about it. And I need to section this shit, like, way better. But who cares, I wasn't trying to do any of that today. But still, we're doing pretty freaking great! Oh, and yeah, I saw that you tried to change that. That's just the first version of Git for the Linux kernel. So that's why it's this. It's so that we can compare everything that happened like before the current version that we're using, which is 3.0. Some values can be in a config file. They don't need to be all accessible as parameters. That's true. That's very true. But I feel like... Wouldn't it be, like, kind of cool if we had the ability to, like, kind of infer the config file from... Well, create the config file from parameters. Like, have some kind of basic file that is created, and that can be edited later. Like, if we fail to connect to any DB, it should just automatically give us a config file. Since I didn't download everything at first, that is why I had to change it. We should have last value used in the config file. True. True. Yeah. I'll never make the kernel video. I don't want to. It's so boring. I'll work on it while I'm off. Who cares? Alright. I don't really want to touch configs because I feel that you have a better idea on how to, like, get that started. So I won't get started on that because I'm, like, confused as fuck. I thought we were going to do that tonight. I even prepared some docs for it. Oh, for the config. Oh, if you did. I'm in. Oh, that equals kernel release. Oh, alright. You're right. I need to do it. I'll need to do it anyway, okay? I need to. So let's do what I should do every time that I don't. Yes, coding is great too, but I need to, like, get onto it, right? I'm not even started. I need to. So, normally... What did we do last time? Okay. So, add main.py. After that, I did the commit thing. Alright. Added ours and reverted emergency shutdown. That should be it. I always prefer to write code instead of doc. I will write a program to generate doc instead of writing doc. True. I guess it can fit in the category too. True. This is so true. We're literally creating a program to, like, make some doc. You know what? I won't put a stream version, or I should. So we're at 38. Should put it at the end. Yeah. And after that, there was one last thing that we needed to do, and it asked the password. Push origin. Maple circuit. My super secretive, non-existing password. What, also known as just copying a new key. Oh my. I need to fix this. Alright. So I think we should be good. Yeah, we're good. Alright. And like I said, in the future, MB, if you want to push anything, you're good to go. Even on main, in reality, it's just that I need to know about it, because if I forget about it, I'm, like, kind of screwed. We are kerneling so hard right now. We are kerneling so goddamn hard. Alright. You sent me something about the last kernel. It was the treasure map. I had so many issues with the HTTPS Git that I created and copied an SSH key so I can use SSH links to GitHub. True, that's probably where I'll end. Right? I'll do the same thing. So you created this map, okay? Using AI. I am confused. Because it goes into, like, all the small parts of it. But most of that, technically, I've either already, like, documented. Like, what we need is the actual unfucking of each of these things. We need to understand each of them and explain them in more detail. But I guess it's a start. Right? You know my my favorite technique. Pharaonics. Let's go Pharaonics. We copy some shit. Alright. Ooh, an update. Nice. So let's just start by copying over a little bit of what I had already done on 6.18. Alrighty, here we go, 6.18. So if we go at the bottom, not that bottom, but that. Let's just, whoops, copy all of this. Copy this over. Just so we can get started with the lore. We could add the lore in there. I'll edit these in time. So let's just start with the lore. Website I love. I use the pull from that Linux wrote and ask someone to. Oh, that's fair. Join me, make a fake kernel using seccomp. No, okay. I prefer wasting my time in other ways. Okay, I've clicked this like 5,000 times. Ooh! Okay, we're just going to select all of these. If you ever want to know how I know that fast how something is sent, I refresh this 5,000 times and I yell. Okay. Nothing else interesting in here. Probably not. Nah, nothing else. Alright. So let's just order this a bit. There we go. What the fuck is this? Whoa, that like... Okay. That is a dangerous function. Copy a clipboard with like some secret keys. No, no, no. Alright. So let's get on copying this without raging, I guess. Alright. Let's get this there. Boom, boom. We're copying this. That's the first RC. Let's get to the second RC. We might even read them afterward. What a treat. Alright. And let's copy this over a couple of times. The third RC. Nope. Not that. Don't go back to code. Oh. Did I fuck something up? No, I did not. Why is there multiple parentheses thingy? Why? I screwed something up, did I? I did. Alright. Alright, I'm triggered, sorry. Let's do it another way, okay? Add link. Not that link. Add external link. We go there. And it's Linux 6.19-RC3. Okay. Okay, this seems to work. So let's do this for the others then. Bro, this is unhinged. Why are you adding like 1,500 parentheses? 1,000 parentheses. Okay, thank you, good lord. No! It screwed up again. The automation in this are killing me right now. Okay, I guess I'll do them manually. What is that tool that you use? It's Obsidian. And what's fun, it's pretty much a markdown editor. But what's fun is I had everything to just upload it and make it a website in like 5 easy steps. And I still do. That's how the Maple Circuit website is done. And honestly, when we're done, we're making a fake version of this. This is the next step. We're making more documentation, okay? We're the documentation lords. Okay, is this a valid link now? Thank you. All right. Okay, I get it, We cannot ask it to overlap things, or else it will kill itself. Thank you. Okay. So now that we have copied all of this thing, yes, Obsidian. Written exactly like you wrote it. Yeah, Markdown is like the things of the god. But it's just that you can make like links pretty easily. I like how it works, and it has some seamless network backup, so I don't have to worry on multiple computers whenever that was a real issue. All right, let's just take a look at what was said. So it's Sunday afternoon in the part of the world where I am now. So if somebody was looking at trying to limbo under the merge window timing with one last pull request, and it is taken by surprise and by the slightly unusual timing of the RC1 release, that failed. Teaching moment or random capricious act? You be the judge. Anyway, this merge window was slightly unusual in how we had a number of kernel maintainer on the road the last week due to a yearly maintainer summit, but also in how some of the core pull requests were about various conversion to expand on and use more of our automatic compiler cleanup infrastructure. That happens in several subsystems, but the VFS layer stands out. And on the Rust front, we are now starting to see several actual drivers starting to take form. The mainly preparation and infrastructure phase is starting to become an actual driver and subsystem development. Nice. That said, despite a few unusual pattern, the big picture really looks pretty normal. Half the RC1 patch is driver updates, GPU networking, media, and sound stands out as a big subsystem as usual, but there's pretty much everything in there. The rest is all over the map with architecture update, tooling, Rust support, tooling documentation, core kernel, memory management, scheduler, networking, updates. Below is my merge log as a rough overview of what I've pulled, and from whoop. For full detail, you have to go in the Git tree. Okay. Okay, well, there's some interesting things here. You should install an Obsidian web clipper. Maybe, but I like to throw things around. That is what I use to get subject. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. So, well, what's interesting would be, let's just, like, quote the shit out of this. So, like, this is something that he does pretty much every time now, which is good. Like, the idea of saying, hey, if you're not at the right time in the merge window, go fuck yourself. And here we say a lot of kernel, blah, at the maintainer summit. That could be interesting. Yeah, let's... I should probably have, like, half of my window for this and the other half for something else. My... Oh, yeah, bro. Alright. Let's collapse this. Okay, how about we, like, make subsections here? Used. If you miss the windows, you hit the wall. True! Chat, is that a KDE reference? What, for the split thing? Kinda? It is. If you were there when Ned fucking saved me from depression. Alright, anyways. Oh man, the writing is shit now. Okay, sorry if you can't see anything. Okay, so there's maintainer on the road, which is an interesting thing to note. So let's just note them in numbers. Whoops. Okay. And to expand on and use more of our automatic compiler cleanup infrastructure. That sounds interesting. If we have time, maybe that's something that we should look into. And saying that VFS stands out. That's probably interesting too. Corner side snapping as well. For other window, maybe, but it's not enabled. I can only snap on, like, the side of the screen. You have to make a doc on how you did it. I was trying to... Okay. Key and maple circuit. You have to make a doc on how you did it. I was trying to find it and replicate since... Do you mean for this? Sorry. This? Like when I split things? Okay, so it's super, yeah, it's Windows key plus T. This allows you to set the section. And after that, you just hold shift whenever transferring a window. Right, so here I have the window. As soon as I press shift, it tries to conform. And my corner is just a rule that we, I think you were there, we did it together. So, yeah. There's not much to it. And to be honest, I have no idea how it works. Like, it's just because... Like, Ned came out of the woodwork and was like, hey, this is how we use KDE! Ho ho! And, like, ran out. Oh, man. Ned is Ned. Alright. That's not a new line, right? Okay, here we go. Okay, I thought you had to configure things. Nope. All I did... the only thing that I configured is the chat. And the chat, I made a rule. That was for... There's a rule. I'm pretty sure we did it together, right? It's the K-Wins... No, it's window rule. So I made it that it detects the chat and it sticks it there. So... if that's what you want, that's how. So it matches Chromium, then with regular expression, if the title window is the Oh, okay. I'll give it to you. Here you go. So you set the window tile to regular expression. Then you can set your position and size wherever the F you want, but you need to set it to force. That's the important part. And also at the bottom, I think that you have some option for something or not. Oh no, I'm misremembering. But yeah, that's the idea. Set the app, set the regular expression for the window title. Set your position and size. You should be good. I hope you had a time for a screenshot. If not, I'll reopen it. Alright, and they say that we, like the Rust comment is good too. That might be a good quote that I want to maybe highlight. Everything else seems fairly boring, so we won't talk about this. Thanks! This helps! Okay. Happy to see it. Yeah, so pretty normal. Alright. Second one. So we've had a pretty quiet week. It is normal for RC2. Not very many commits, and the diffs isn't all that big either. And a lot of it is actually just self-tests and documentation updates. About a third of the patch to be exact. Another third is I said it as if it was shit, but another third is driver updates, GPU networking being the bulk of it as its tradition. True. And the final third is the rest. Architecture fixes, file system fixes, networking, core kernel. Nothing particularly stands out, but the short log is appended for people who want to get a view into the detail. I obviously expect next week to be even quieter with people being distracted by the holidays. So let's enjoy taking a little break, but maybe break the boredom with some early RC testing. True. All right. That sounds pretty good. Another week, another RC release. Except the past week has all... Goddamn. True. Expect the past week. Except. No, it's except. Except the past week has obviously been the holiday week, and this RC release is pretty small as a result, very much as expected. It's pretty much all drivers, which the bulk of it being GPU, sound, and some USB driver updates, mostly reverts. Ooh, that's something that we'll need to take a look into, because that's how you end up making your video about something that doesn't exist anymore. And bulk here is very relative, because even those changes aren't all that big. The rest is a random collection of fixes and updates. This time, the short log below is short enough that you might as well just scroll down and scan it. TLDR, PowerPC and RISC-V updates, some file system noise, mostly SMB and FSSD, and some VirtIO tooling, random small commits. I expect that the upcoming week is still going to be sluggish as people are slowly getting back to normal. I hope everybody had a good holiday break, and here's to a happy new year. Thanks, Linus. Is that you, Linus impression? No. No, I'm not grumpy Linus today. I'm trying to... It's actually pretty hard for me to read, okay? I read like at a... My daughter is going to read better than me in 2 years, okay? That's where we are. So I'm just focusing on not fucking up too much words, but I'll get through it. And it's a skill that I need to work on anyway, so I'll just bash my head against the wall until I get it. I get triggered whenever I read a story to my daughter and she gets disinterested, And I feel that there might be a part that it's because she's too young, and there might be another part that is just because I stutter too much. I'll live with it. I'll live with it. So this RC is still a bit smaller than usual, but it's not much smaller. And I think next week is likely going to be more or less back to normal. Which is all exactly as expected, and nothing here looks particularly odd. I'll make an RC8 this release just because of the time lost to the holidays, not because it looks like we have anything particular issue pending, knock wood. Well, that's pretty good for us, right? Another week to make the video. Woo! Let's just hope that the next one is not like, we don't need an RC8. I think you're doing a good job from what I've heard in your videos. Well, in my videos, sometime I have like... I will record for 16 hours, and it will end up being like 1 hour. So what you hear is what I've done, like so much that I know it by heart. I don't even look at my notes at the end. So yeah, I'm not that good. I'm just really stubborn. The short log for the past week is appended, but it's mostly random driver fixes, network GPU RDMA, and some RDMA, yes, MDMA, no, okay, and some tooling self-tests. Perf include header synchronization and sealing tool revert. Perf includes header synchronization. That sounds cool, but it's probably boring. It's all pretty small. The rest is random noise. The core networking. Goddamn. Okay, core networking, some long arch update, and various one. A few liners in various areas, file system, NFSD, and SMB. Some IO Uring. And memory management noise, BFQ, stat fix. You know the drill. Please keep testing, reporting any issue you find. Linus. Alright, so those are pretty freaking boring for now. Normal release, a couple of hours later than usual, but nothing particularly odd going on the past week. As expected, we're pretty much back to normal schedule after the holidays, and stat looks very regular, both in number of commits and in the patches. Okay. Driver dominates, being about 2/3 of the RC patch, and GPU and networking are the major part of that, as is tradition. There's some other driver updates too, but nothing that look odd. Outside the driver, it's the usual suspect. Various file system fixes, BTRFS, NFSD, minor AeroFS fix, some generic VFS fix, tooling, mostly self-test, and most of those are part of the networking and GPU pools. And some architecture fixes, ARM64 and RISC-V. There's some other minor fix elsewhere, CD short log below for detail, nothing looks strange, and this could be a perfectly normal RC5. I'm still planning on doing an RC8 this release due to the holidays, but it all feels pretty regular. Okay. So again, it's pretty freaking boring. So all the notes from Linus are boring, but the first one that we might like highlight a little bit in the video. Because like this is a pretty, like this is some clickbait material that we have here. But yeah. Let's just set ourselves up for tomorrow, because today I know that I'm done. So let's go look at the new feature thing. Oh, okay. F me, I guess. Feature change. Thank you. Okay, so let's copy that. Oh, whoops. Need to delete first, then copy. True. The EXT series is the one that hooked me. Happy, okay? I'm so happy to hear it for the first time in my life. How the fuck have I put that much time into a series and nobody knows about it? It's like my best one. But anyway, I'll survive. Yes, there's like the pinnacle of a series is when you yourself understand everything there is to understand about something. This is when you feel good at the end of a series, but it was grueling work. Holy. I worked for like 2 months on this. It was unhinged. But I know how it works now. Well, Colonel Newbie has worked overtime. Goddamn. That guy has clearly some Christmas break. Normally, it's like half empty at that point. But right now, we're pretty near finish. There's not the featured part, but that's probably just because he doesn't want to jinx it. I still hope you'll do one like it about IO ring and interprocess. Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of these things that I want to do, but like the issue is KernelInfo, right? Because making these graphs is so time intensive and it feels so bad because the whole time that you're making like graphs and that you're making displays, you're like, this could be done by a machine. Like that's all that you think about. This could be generated like that with a good, like some crass PHP and a good DB, you're in, right? So it's... I don't think I'll be able to do anything like that before KernelInfo. And that's why I've sinking all of my time into it, is because mentally, I just cannot go back to doing that. I cannot go back to doing an EXT style thing. It just... I block. I find it like more boring than the kernel, which is something. Because features for the kernel, holy, sometimes they're bad, okay? Sometimes it's just like, who the F cares about black hole SOC? Well, they're probably interesting, but anyway. That's going to be for tomorrow, okay? Today I want to go eat some chips and maybe play some video games for like 5 seconds. And well, before I go, it's very important that I tell you, tomorrow I might be a little late, okay? I've got an appointment at 6 and my streams start at 6:30. So that means that I might be a little short on time. I'll still will be there at some point, but if I'm not there exactly on time, that's why. If ever you were not there on the last stream, I am currently working on making a new channel. That means that if you have not subscribed yet, you should. Let me just throw that to you, okay? Let me throw the new channel so that you guys can subscribe. If you're not like there yet. Oh shit, what I'm doing. I think this won't work. I screwed it up. Okay. So if you have not subscribed, do it. That's another thing, because will be live streaming only from that place very soon. You should schedule your computer to stream a traffic cam from a city in Quebec. True. I should, you know what? I should just stream my driveway. And by the way, my driveway is so suicidal. I'm sure that is the same at where you live. But in Trois-Rivières, we had like some big water, okay? It was big rain for a full day. and I've got that thick ice. Okay, I've got that thick ice. You know, when you're I have a snowblower. I'm behind the snowblower. The snowblower has chains and it doesn't go forward because of the ice. And I push it and I go backward. So I was like full on, like Mr. Bean level memery. But anyway, it's unhinged when you have that level of ice. Like I saw the street all in ice and I was like, good thing that I work from home. Ice everywhere. I need to invent skate tires. True. I see people like behind their snowblowers with a crazy carpet. They're just like the blower pushed them. Anyway, that's a fun thing that I saw. Anyway, okay. Enough. Enough. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe a little bit late, maybe on time. Who knows? It's supposed to be pretty fast, and I'll be pretty happy or pretty sad depending on the result. But I'll keep you updated. That said, tomorrow, maybe a little bit of both, like we did today. Maybe a little bit heavier on the kernel video. I really need to get onto it. With that said, love you all. Bye bye. We'll see each other tomorrow.